Hey everybody, it is Tuesdays with Alvin, once again, every week at 3 p.m. Central Time. Today we have some exciting new products from Diplomat, Conklin, and Visconti, and they are all at a pretty great price point, so lots of very exciting things to see. If you guys have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Go ahead and wait just a moment for people to start to join in, and then we'll get started with all the new product. What's up, everybody? All right. Just remember, guys, if you are liking what you're seeing, definitely send us some likes in the chat so we can keep the lives going a bit longer. All right, what's up, Bespoke? Sweet, let's go ahead and get going. So the first thing I'm gonna show off is a new release from Diplomat. So let's go ahead and switch this camera and take a look. So up first, we have the brand new Diplomat Elox Matrix. So if you guys are familiar with the Diplomat Elox, you can see that this one is a totally unique look. What they've done with the Matrix is, instead of doing concentric horizontal bands around the pen, they've broken up those bands, and they've also applied a number of different vertical bands to give it that incredibly unique look that is very reminiscent of entering the Matrix. If you guys have ever watched the Matrix, I really hope you have. So the Diplomat Elox Matrix is made using a special anodizing process to achieve the two-tone finish in basically one process. The entire pen is made out of CNC machined aluminum for an incredibly precise fit. So if you guys have never held a Diplomat before, an Aero, an Elux, even the Excellence models, this pen has seriously the most satisfying cap out of all the fountain pens, in my opinion. If you guys can listen closely, let's see if we can get that. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna try to slap this gnat real quick. All right, sorry about that. It's getting all up in my nose. Yeah, let's do that again. It is basically a friction fit cap. You can see it's very loose most of the way, and then once you get about 3/4 of the way down, it starts to feel a little bit tighter, and then you get this super satisfying snap. Ooh, every time, it's so good. HJP, that's a great question. So the stainless steel version of the Diplomat Elox Matrix is going to go for $212. There is a 14 karat gold nib option for $420. And if you guys aren't fountain pen users, there is also the option to get this pen in a rollerball or a ballpoint pen. So even if you're not into the fountain pens, there are other options. And the fountain pen is kind of the most expensive option, so the rollerball and ballpoint are going to be a little bit more affordable as well. One thing I want to point out about the Elux and Diplomat's brand in general is they are using a JoWo number 6 nib that is a proprietary specification that Diplomat has with JoWo. So this isn't a standard JoWo number 6 nib. It is custom designed just for Diplomat. One of the most notable differences is the lack of a breather hole. So if you guys see that ink slit right there down the middle, it does not end with a breather hole, and that is because Diplomat has also modified the design of the feed so that you can still have proper air exchange without that breather hole. This isn't the first pen to not have a breather hole, but it is very unique for a JoWo offering to not have that breather hole. So just wanted to point that out. And then all of the Diplomat nibs are also tuned, so every single one out of the box is going to write as smooth as butter. Since we have it uncapped, let's go ahead and take a look. We have that anodized green grip section to match the green details on the barrel and cap. And we have, once again, another showing of the Diplomat's incredibly precise tolerances with their CNC machining. So you can see that the threads are incredibly tight. There really is no wiggle. And then you have a Diplomat branded standard international converter. Fandango, that's a great question. We do ship to any country within the European Union. All right, y'all. Once again, this is the Diplomat Elox Matrix. Available right now on atlasstationers.com for $212 for the stainless steel version or $420 for the 14 karat gold nib option. You guys can go to the link in our on our page to go straight to our website to see all of our newest arrivals. And if you guys got the message when you joined, any last chance products on our website, you can use the discount code LC40 at checkout for an additional 40% discount on any closeout items. Sweet. If you guys want to go back to this one, just let me know. But for now, let's move on to the next guy. Let me know how you guys like this one, by the way. Okay, next up, we have the very special Conklin Mark Twain Crescent Filler 125th Anniversary Edition. So this Crescent Filler commemorates, like the name says, the 125th anniversary of this pen. To commemorate that, they've done this limited edition that features a chrome cap and barrel with very intricate guilloche work. Let's zoom in a little bit here and take a look at that. All of that beautiful guilloche work is just perfection. I really appreciate how the waves kind of go in opposite directions on the cap and the barrel. These ones are a limited edition item, so there is only 898 units in the world. Right here, I have number 42. We have quite a few of these in stock, so there is time to get your hands on one if you're interested, but not that much time. On this pen, it also features all rose gold appointments, which is aluminum that is anodized rose gold. So it is not rose gold plated, it's just an anodizing process to give it the coloring. And then underneath we have a piano black grip section, a little rose gold band detail right there, which is really nice. And your choice of a stainless steel Jowo number 6 nib. Miss Pris 907, I can't write with any of these particular models since they are live inventory, but if you stay tuned after showing off all the new products, I'm more than happy to grab some of our samples to write with them. Penny Amelia, would be a great price for one of these. The Conklin Mark Twain Crescent Filler 125th Anniversary Edition does go right now for $180 on atlasstationers.com. All right, going in a little bit more about this filling system, Conklin was one of the first fountain pen brands on the market, in particular the US market, founded in 1898. And then in 1901, I believe, they patented this filling mechanism, which was the first example of an automated filling mechanism for a fountain pen. So basically the way that the filling mechanism works is this patented crescent design. So you have this lock right here. So you have to twist this in line with this crescent. Once it is in line, you are able to depress the crescent into the pen. What you are doing when you're depressing this is you are squeezing an ink sac in the inside of the barrel. So when you dip this into a bottle of ink and release, you basically wait about 10 seconds and then the pen will fill with ink as that ink sac expands. So once you've waited about 10 seconds, you can pull it out of your bottle of ink, twist this locking band so that the crescent doesn't depress and squirt ink everywhere, and you are good to go. All right, we got some questions. Braxinator, you want it? You can get it right now on atlasstationers.com. Look at our new arrivals page, and you can find this pen, the Conklin Mark Twain Crescent Filler 125th anniversary. Remington, that's great to hear, man. Aaron Wilhelm, as somebody who's never used a fountain pen, can you tell a huge difference between $30 and $180? Aaron, absolutely. It really depends on the pen that you're going for. Some of the most noticeable differences between a entry-level pen and something more intermediate like this pen is the materials that it is made out of. So one of the key differences is that you are getting premium materials for the barrel and cap. Seeing this pen in particular, all of these appointments are done in chrome. And then it is also a limited edition item. Usually when pens have a limited production run, for example, this pen, they're only making 898 units. That also adds to the value of the pen, is the rarity. Other differences that you'll see in the higher price point pens is different nib materials. Typically, as you go up in price point, you're going to start seeing the option for gold nibs, which give you a smoother and softer writing experience. Gold nibs have the added benefit of, as you use it over time, it will actually start to mold its shape to the way that you write to become even smoother and more uniquely yours. And that is why people always recommend with gold nib fountain pens to not let other people use them or borrow them, because it will mess with that wearing over the time that you're using it to make it yours. Remington 952, send us a DM, man. I'd love to see it. Melbell 2890, my son is just starting with this. What is a good gift? Melbell 2890, you should look on our website for the Lamy Safari gift set. It's actually a gift set that is made by Lamy. That is everything that you need to get started in the fountain pen world. I'll get one of my cohorts to pull one for me right now, Melbell. So stay tuned and I'll show you that product. Hey Spence, could you grab me the Lamy gift set? Just any one of them. Okay, let's go ahead and get this. Panny Amelia, do we have any Parker Jubilee editions? You can check on our website for the Parker Sonnet Jubilee. Our website is a live inventory. So if it's in stock on our website, it will be in stock. But I don't know right now and I cannot step away. All right, y'all, I'm trying to keep up with the questions. Stay with me here. That's me, Danny asks, I take a lot of notes and decided to go a fountain pen and specific paper or iPad and Apple Pencil. What would you recommend? That's me, Danny. Here, let me go ahead and switch my camera real quick and we'll talk about this a little bit. One of the best benefits that I've ever seen with writing things out by hand is you do have better recall and better retention of the notes that you're taking down when you're writing it out by hand. Another thing that I really appreciate about fountain pens in particular is that you get such a specific and satisfying sensation as you write that it really makes it just enjoyable to take notes and to write. I know when I was in college, I wasn't really the most amazing student. And because of that, some of my classes were just a total pain to try to get through. But by, always having my fountain pens with me, I literally only used fountain pens all through college. Even if it was a class that I didn't particularly enjoy, at the very least, I can enjoy the act of taking notes for that class because it was so satisfying to take notes with a fountain pen. So that, obviously is my recommendation as a pen lover. But what I would ask yourself is just what's going to be better for your lifestyle. With an iPad and an Apple Pencil, you're just carrying the one thing around, and that might be a little bit more convenient for your lifestyle. But we are fountain pen people here, so of course I'm going to recommend the fountain pens. John Boy 945, what paper would you recommend? If you're looking for just bang for your buck everyday paper, you cannot go wrong with Rhodia. We carry a huge selection of different Rhodia products, so you can really find exactly what's gonna fit your lifestyle, what's gonna fit your aesthetic, since there's so many different color options. If you're looking for something a little bit more premium, one of my favorite papers in the store is the CD Notebook 15. It's the Apica Premium paper. So you can find it on our website. It's the Apica CD Notebook. Has one of my favorite papers in the entire shop. And it comes in a bunch of different sizes, a bunch of different rulings. So again, you can match it with your own needs. Daniel asks, how much for a full set of Lamy crystal inks? Ooh, that's a great question. I think they're like $14 a pop. So whatever, you know, do the math. I don't think I could tell you. Sorry for that, Daniel. But they only offer the full size bottles as far as I'm aware. So it will probably cost you at least $100 for the full set. Oh man. I keep losing the comments here, guys. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get to Melbell before I get to the other questions, but I will try my best to answer all of your guys' questions. Let me go ahead and switch my camera again. Melbell, this is just for you and for everybody else. This is the Lamy Safari gift set. So this gift set we have available right now on atlasstationers.com starting at $45 depending on the color and the model that you pick out. But we have all of these gift sets available right now in fine or medium. What you get with this gift set is everything that you need to start using a fountain pen. The only thing you would need to get additionally with this is a nice notebook. So let's go ahead and break this down real quick. In the Lamy gift sets, you get a Lamy Safari, a couple different models. We have the Safari, this is the Vista, which is the all clear version. We also have the Lamy All-Star, which is made out of aluminum instead of ABS plastic. So the fountain pen comes with a fine or medium nib. This one in particular is a medium nib. So deciding between fine and medium, Melbell or just anybody looking, just if you write bigger, go with the medium. If you write smaller, go with the fine. Or if you want a smoother writing pen, go with the medium. If you're okay with a little bit of feedback, then go for the fine. So you get the fountain pen, like so. And then you get this Lamy Z28 converter. So this replaces the cartridge in the pen so that you can fill from a bottle of ink, which is also included. So this functions just like this. You would plug this into the pen and then dip the entire pen into the bottle of ink. But this is a little piston that allows you to draw ink from a bottle. So it comes with one of those. You also get a 5-pack of cartridges, including the one in the pen itself. So you get 6 total cartridges. These are just plug and play. You plug them into the pen. Once it starts flowing, the pen will write until this runs empty. So if this is a little bit more convenient for you, you said you're getting this for your son, it might be a little bit cleaner for him to start using the pen, using the cartridges, and then once he feels more comfortable using the pen, then kind of upgrade to the converter to fill from a bottle of ink. And then the Lamy gift set also comes with a 50 milliliter bottle of Lamy black ink. Some of the kits come with blue black, so you'll just have to see on the website. What I love about the Lamy ink is that it has this little well here. Let me pop this off real quick so you guys can see. Let me do it off camera real quick. Sweet. So this is how the ink bottle itself looks. You can see there's this deep well so you can fill down to the very last drop of this ink, which is super convenient. And then on the inside of this, you get blotter paper. So after you fill your pen with the bottle ink, you can tear off a tiny little sheet of blotter paper and clean the nib off in the grip section. So you're ready to go right away. So it's a super convenient little kit available starting at $45. So if you're looking for gifts, guys, this holiday season, or just for a good gift, I would definitely take a look at these Lamy gift sets. There's a lot of different colors and more premium options as well. Sweet. All right, guys, I hope that answers your question there, Melbell. I'm super behind on the comments, so let me get through here really quick. Here, I'll switch my camera real quick. Arian Wilhelm, do they make different pen clips, caps for those Lamy Safaris? Nothing that you can buy separately, but I've seen a lot of people mix and match the clips just by taking them apart and re-putting them back together. So if you have a bunch of Lamy Safaris already, that is like a fun little project that you can do on your own. AREG217, any new codes? For any closeout or last chance item on our website, use the discount code LC40 at checkout to get 40% off any of those last chance items. Shoto Ghosty, can we get an ink stream? Been obsessed with Ferris Wheel Press and Colorverse. Shoto Ghosty, how about next week? Maybe we'll make it all about inks. I haven't done that in a while, so I'd love to. Rhodia is life. Oh yeah, all right. I'm super behind on these comments here. JohnBoy945 asks, what is the difference between ivory paper and stone paper? Ivory paper is just the color of the paper. Instead of being a pure bleached white, it's a more natural color, like an off-white. And then the stone paper that we carry from Karst is a recycled paper that is used, that is made using recycled calcium carbonate and bound with polymer, so plastic. That is a super smooth, heavyweight paper that isn't fountain pen friendly, but it gives you a really satisfying, smooth writing experience for pencil, for roller balls, ballpoints, things like that.
We went on this later. Wow. Yeah, that's very. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, Charlie Kurt, let's see the arrow. Not a hat. I appreciate the offer, but you know what? Nobody bothers me on the internet, man. I was born and raised on the internet. These people don't bother me. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Keg Freak asks, why does cheap paper get jammed in a printer versus the more expensive paper? Jammed in the printer or when you're writing with it, Keg? Here is the Aeromatrix, Diplomat Aeromatrix. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a writing sample here in just a moment, guys. Okay, let's get my paper out. All right. Charles Kurt 4, the stainless steel nib is $212, and then there's a 14 karat gold nib option available for $420. Can I get a Diplomat writing sample? All right. Someone asked earlier about the Conklin, how it wrote. So I have a Conklin Durograph here with the same exact nib, so we can check that out right now. Every, all of these are going to write a little bit different depending on the nib that you get. This one is a medium nib. Okay, let's go ahead and hold this up. So it's a super smooth writer. This one obviously needs a little bit of ink. Let me go ahead and prep this real quick. Just one moment, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. Handed me a pen with no ink, but I'm good now.
Super smooth, isn't right?
There we go. Yeah, this one's a little bit dried out. When you let the pen sit for a long time, since we have over 100 writing samples, we just need to go through and just give this a little quick wash. But it's a super smooth writer. It's a little bit hard to write in this angle. Huckleberry Homie, what can I do for a nib that's completely clogged? You should just soak it to start. Basically, just take the nib apart, take all of the converter or cartridges out, basically get it down to this. You can soak this overnight, or you can flush it actively using a pen flush. We carry Monteverde branded pen flush here at the shop, so you can check that out on our website, Monteverde Pen Flush, for 14 bucks. If you have an ultrasonic cleaner, you can also use cold water in an ultrasonic cleaner. That will get rid of clogged or dried up ink very, very easy. Brandon Evans 2381, what is the point of having a super expensive pen? You know, it's honestly the same reason why people get nice watches, nice cars, nice anything, is just because you can really appreciate it as a hobbyist. You know, what I will say, Brandon Evans, is that you definitely don't need a $400 pen. You know, at the end of the day, no one really needs a $400 pen. But as a hobbyist, we really love and appreciate the way that these write, the way that they're made, the artisanship, and that's what makes it worth it for all of us. We have really great fountain pen options under 30, 40 bucks. So, you know, even if you don't want the $400 pens, they're a little bit absurd for you. You can still get great writing fountain pens for like under 30 bucks. We even have the new Platinum Preppy special editions that are literally under $10. So you really can't go wrong, you know. This is a Diplomat Aero with that 14 karat gold nib. Here, let me go ahead and kind of angle this a little bit better so I don't have to hold up my notebook. Let's see. All right, that's a bit better. See, this one's a little bit dried out too. Somebody's gonna have to go and clean all these, probably me. Here, let's see, I got a medium one here as well. Medium. So great writer, super smooth out of the box. I'm good. Okay. Sweet. Shuttle Ghosty, some cheap paper writes well. I like Clairefontaine or Namassane. Yeah, Shuttle Ghosty, those are great recommendations. I actually take all of my notes on Clairefontaine paper. Let me show you guys. Open this up. Yep, I use the Clairefontaine Pupitre paper for all of my note taking here at the shop. Super smooth, really reliable, and very inexpensive. So everything that I need. All right, let's go ahead and re-angle this, y'all. Favorite pocket notebook for fountain pen use, Ryan D. I love this Clairefontaine notebook, but for my personal use, I use a lot of different A6. Oh man. I use a lot of A6 size notebooks. Some of my recommendations to you would be the Namassane pocket notebooks, or the Traveler's passport size if you want kind of a notebook system to use. Let's go ahead and switch this camera real quick. Remington, shoot us an email, info@atlasstationers.com, and we'd be happy to take a look. Kaweco #1. Yeah, I love Kaweco too. That was some of my first fountain pens when I started off. I am amazing. We just showed off the Diplomat Elox Matrix and the Conklin Mark Twain Crescent Filler 125th Anniversary Edition. And I'm about to show off some brand new stuff from Visconti right now. Is the Blackwing Large Slate Notebook not good for fountain pens? It's not really great for fountain pens. Blackwing is a paper company, so it's great for paper, not really amazing for fountain pens. What do you think of South Africa? Just generally, I've never been there, so I don't really know, but I hear good things. I don't really know how to answer that, but thanks for the question. So here we have the brand new Visconti Rembrandt S. So the Visconti Rembrandt S is a brand new redesign of the Rembrandt model. Let me get back to my notes real quick, y'all. Miami Vice, we don't carry Mont Blanc. So this is the new redesign for the Visconti Rembrandt S. Some of the most noticeable differences is the new band. You can see here it's a new design and it says Rembrandt S on it. We also have the Visconti Medici coat of arms finial. This does come off, so you can put your initials on here. If you guys are ever ordering the higher end Visconti products on our website, in your order notes, you can always ask us to put initials on your pens. So if you guys are buying a Visconti, leave in your order notes your first and last initial or whatever initials you want on the pen, and we can actually do that for you before sending it out. It doesn't cost any extra. So it's a great little feature. That's what makes the Visconti Rembrandts and the Van Goghs so excellent for gift giving. So on top of the new designed exterior, we also have a slightly updated design for the grip section. And the brand new Visconti stainless steel #6 nib, which is probably the coolest new feature of the Visconti Rembrandt, is the updated nib. This is seriously such a big upgrade in terms of just quality and writing experience for the Rembrandt model, so I'm super happy to see that. Amazing, it is not threaded, it's just magnetic. So just on, just off, super simple. It's pretty tight too, so it's not gonna come off on its own. So we have 4 colorways available for the Visconti Rembrandt S. This is the Bordeaux colorway. Let's zoom in a little bit. So we can see we have a beautiful swirling pattern that Visconti themselves say is inspired by Rembrandt's chiaroscuro oil painting technique, which focuses on strong contrast to give the impression of depth and dimensionality in Rembrandt's artwork. So they've done a fantastic job at kind of recreating that aesthetic on their resin. You can see the brush-like swirling on all of the resin pieces. Truly an awesome homage. Next up we have the blue. Beautiful kind of bright turquoise that really shades nicely with these grays and black. And you do get a little bit of that kind of gold as well in there. If you guys can see, it kind of shines nicely. Just little hints here and there that really add a nice highlight detail. How postable is the cap? Friction fit to post. Pretty comfortable. It's kind of soft, and then you push it a little bit more, and then it's pretty solid. Okay, let's zoom out some more. Pretty comfortable in the hand. I don't like posting my pens, but if you like posting, there is the option. TJ la la la, apart from Tomoe River and Midori, what are your top 5 notebook papers for fountain pen ink? Yeah, one of my top favorites of all time is the Apica Premium paper. So you can find that under Apica CD notebook. The Apica Premium paper is probably my favorite in the shop. After that, I would probably say Namasane or Maruman paper. The Namasane paper is super smooth and is a great price point. And then from there, I would probably say the Clairefontaine paper for, again, really great smooth paper that is a great bang for your buck. And then this would be number 4. It would be Rhodia. Rhodia is seriously like ride or die for me. I only used Rhodia dot pads all through college, so I have a really fat stack of all of my school notes that is all Rhodia paper. So, you know, it's infinitely reliable. You really can't go wrong. And then my number 5 would probably be like the Leuchtturm paper. Again, great bang for your buck. Lots of cool colors for the covers. But, you know, I do tend to use a lot more of the premium Japanese paper. When I'm at home, I literally only write on Tomoe River. So apart from Tomoe River, I can't say too much because I seriously only write on Tomoe River at home. This is the orange, by the way, guys. Really beautiful, like fiery pattern on this one here. Have you ever tried Archer and Olive? Do they make watercolor paper? I think I've used that brand for watercolor paper. John Boy 945, can I replace one of the items in my order from this morning? John Boy 945, if you can give us a call ASAP. We'll see if we can help you out with that. But I would give us a call like right now. I won't be offended if you leave the live. Yeah, the Visconti Rembrandt S is available on our website right now for $175.20. $175.20 for any of these colorways. There's also the option for a rollerball. Once again, if you guys aren't into the fountain pens, you can always get the rollerball. Oh yeah, and this is the black one here. It's a little bit hard to see the details. Let's zoom in a little bit. What you get is a really deep black with these kind of bronzy gold swirls. Really subtly on the pen, but it adds just this beautiful highlight and detail. It's really hard to tell in this video, but the little like bronze gold color swirling is a little bit brighter. It kind of has that shimmery look to it. So it does shine really nicely in person, at least. I don't know if you guys can catch that on the video. Awesome. So once again, the Visconti Rembrandt S for $175.20. Awesome. All right, y'all, that is all the new product that I had to show off today. Thank you guys so much for all the questions. I just have to say it is really awesome to see you guys so engaged and so interested in learning more about this hobby. You know, we always hear in the shop that customers have a hard time finding this information online. You know, a lot of the fountain pen knowledge is really only seen in person, you know, at trade shows and stuff like that. So, you know, if you guys ever have questions for me, you can always ask. Nero, you want to see the nib? Yeah, no problem, dude. Here we go. So the Visconti Rembrandt S is the new redesign. So it comes with a number 6 size stainless steel nib. Let me see this little gunk on there. So this is a brand new nib design, brand new stamping design from Visconti for their stainless steel nibs. Plastic feed and standard international cartridge converter. Here it is. So you do get the standard international cartridge converter included with this. Have you written with it yet? No, I have not. Let me see. I grabbed a bunch of different nibs. Which one do I want to write with? Maybe I'll write with a broad. I'll go ahead and dip this one. How about that? Just for you, Nero. put this down real quick. There we go. So this is the broad nib on the Visconti Rembrandt S. Our moderator in the chat, Halfback Dynasty number 2, guys. If you guys use the code TikTok at checkout, you get 10% off your first order. Some exclusions may apply, but if you guys are ordering for the first time on our website, definitely take advantage of that. Thank you, TJ. That paper ain't it. This is solid paper. It's nothing special, I will have to say. You know, it's not going to give you a ton of sheening or shading compared to like Tomoe River or some of the other like lighter weight paper. But this is bulletproof stuff, man. You can't go wrong. I take all my notes with it. What do I think after writing with it? Let me switch my camera real quick. Let me switch this also. Nero, my impressions after writing with it, it feels just like a Yovo number 6 nib, which is not a bad thing at all. It feels smooth, it feels reliable. It's a very stiff nib, so you're not getting any play out of that nib. But for a reliable everyday writer, it feels really great. I'm quite a fan of all nib sizes. I really don't have a preference between extra fine to broad. I use all of it for different purposes. So this broad nib in particular feels really nice. What I would say makes it a little bit more unique than some other brands is that it does have a little bit of drag to it when you're writing. I don't know if that's just because I dip tested it instead of filling it fully, but it has this little bit of drag that just gives me a sense of control, which I really like. You know, when I'm using my flex nibs or my extra fines or fines, I always like a little bit of feedback to give me more control over my writing, especially since I practice my calligraphy a lot. So I really do appreciate that a stainless steel nib like that has that specific drag. If you were to compare it to something like a Pelican gold nib or, for example, something that we just wrote with, the Diplomat Aero stainless steel nib, that Diplomat nib is like glass. You know, it really just glides very smoothly. There isn't really much grip or feedback, if that makes sense. So if you like quick note taking, if you like that really smooth buttery experience, then Diplomat is awesome. But you know, this particular nib had a little bit of drag, so I actually really appreciate when you can get those more specific sensations. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Great question, Nero. Yes, that is right. So if you guys miss any information or any content from my live videos, you can always go on YouTube, maybe at the end of the day or the next day, and we will have these videos reposted so you guys can see everything. Recently, Nero says, I've been using my Pilot Vanishing Point for a while now and recently got a new job, so I was looking for a new pen. That's exciting, man. Congrats on getting the new job. What I will say is the Pilot Vanishing Point is probably one of the best workhorse pens, so you already have one of the best of the best. But I would honestly look at like the Diplomat Elox for yourself. Really quick to use in a workplace environment since it has that really quick snap cap, and because it's made entirely out of aluminum, you know, it's going to be very robust. So if you end up just slipping it in your pocket, if you accidentally roll it off your desk, you know, you just pick it up and get right back to work. You don't have to worry about nothing. My Parker Jotter is misclicking with the Parker Gel. Vince, you may have to reseat that refill. try taking the refill out, making sure the spring in there isn't damaged in any way, and then just try reseating it and putting it back together. Sometimes the clicker mechanism doesn't line up with the back of the refill, and that causes it sometimes to misfunction. If you look at the back of your refill, you'll see that it's slotted in a very specific way to click and rotate. So every time you click it, it kind of clicks down and then clicks up and rotates. So if it's not able to rotate properly, that's probably why you're getting some misclicking. But I would honestly just try taking it apart, put it back together, and you should be good. Just make sure that you don't lose that spring, because those are a pain to try to replace. Vince, no problem, man. Remington 952, it's info@atlasstationers.com. All right, y'all. This has been a great Tuesdays with Alvin. Lots of awesome questions, so thank you guys for that. If we have any last minute questions, I'm more than happy to answer them, but we will be tuning out in just a couple minutes here. JagaJat212 says, what type of pen would you recommend an attorney for regular use and for more formal purpose? Yeah, Jaga. One of my favorites that are really good in that kind of professional space would be Cross or Waterman. There is a specific colorway in pens called the executive colorway, which is piano black with gold appointments. So it's a very classy, very professional look that you can see in a lot of different models. So I would probably look at something like a Cross Century 2 or a Waterman Expert or Hemisphere. But basically anything from Cross or Waterman is going to give you that really professional look, especially with that executive colorway. If it's me personally, I would go for the Pilot Vanishing Point. Here, I got mine in my pocket. Pilot Vanishing Point is insanely reliable because you just click it. It's a 18 karat gold nib that is retractable, so is insanely reliable, really easy to use by pulling it in and out of your pocket quickly, and it still looks very professional. I have a bit of a more fun colorway. This is the blue carbon-esque, but if you get the all black one or just one of the more basic colorways, it's gonna look super professional and super convenient. You know, you're not gonna have to deal with pulling a cap off, holding onto the cap, anything like that. You just got the pen and you just click. Yeah, no problem, Jaga. Nero says, what time do you usually start your live videos on Tuesday? Yeah, every single Tuesday at around 3 p.m. Central Time. Oh, Brendan already is ahead of me. Yeah, it's about 3 p.m. Central Time. If you hop on right at 3 and you don't see me, I'm probably just running a little bit late. So just hold on. It's always around 3 at Central Time. TJ makes a great recommendation as well if you want a really premium fountain pen. Visconti Homo Sapiens is going to be one of the best pens. Because of its vacuum filling mechanism, it actually is really reliable for traveling. If you find that you're on a plane a lot, anything with a vacuum filler is going to be super reliable because you can keep it full of ink and take it in the plane. As long as it's totally closed up, it's not going to leak. So it's a great added benefit. Yeah, Braxton, check out the comment LC40 for a huge discount on any closeout items. All right, y'all. Looks like that is it for this week's Tuesdays with Alvin. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, you guys can always check out our website, check out our Instagram, TikTok. You guys can send us DMs if you would like, or you can reach out to me directly from my email. And I will see y'all next week. See ya, Nero.